Would you agree if I were to say that black men have failed the black family unit and have failed society? Because it's one thing to point out where women have fallen short.
Not at all. I can't blame men. Men did nothing wrong. Women messed up our society. These men were raised by women.
But the men run away from their responsibilities.
Because they were raised by women.
Ew. Just like that.
Simple as that. A man who was raised by a woman does not know how to be a man. He can only be a... Tell
us the truth!
Don't get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Define better.
Well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know, you said they were doing things better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people,
That's
for the
what I'm saying.
culture.
Not better, for the culture.
There we go.
Right, not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American.
Yo, my youth, in your experience, you were dating better women. So don't be afraid or don't walk back the truth. It may hurt their feelings, but hey, that's your experience, brethren. Speak it.
American got real comfortable with...
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms were different. Like even my Indian one was from Syria, one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing, they care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference, not better. But sometimes we get tired of hearing, Birkin bags and sushi.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that.
Right.
And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking.
Yeah, she's right. When you lead with your wallet, a certain type of woman are sure to follow. But I don't think that's what our brother is doing. All heterosexual women wants a man to provide. It doesn't matter where on this planet she is living. What separates women from the West from these non-Western women is that these non-Western women were raised to take care of a man, a lion, in the way men want to be taken care of. Just like how that man is taking care of her in her way, in the way she wants, by being her provider and protector. If she wants to keep that provider, she knows that she has to master her role. Women in the West in general wants a man to provide while she offers him nothing he wants in return. Only a damn fool will go for that nonsense. These women don't show respect, gratitude, and don't place any value in their men. The non-Western woman, even if they are pretending, will offer a man the things he wants because she was raised that way.
If you're gonna go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're gonna get that. If you're gonna meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're gonna find that out a lot earlier on, that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires. You know, and I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media again is the barometer, okay? And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean...
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And there's no shade to women that have it. I'm just saying.
I was wondering, I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me?
And there's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
No, and I'm not, and I want to get your thoughts, Doc, and as well, Amy, as a woman dating or even considering, I think that a lot of times, you know, we do value women, but when you talk about black relationships, I think we all come with some baggage, all right? Now, some of us have some baggage that's not gonna fit in the overhead compartment, and some of us have some baggage that you're gonna have to pay a whole lot more for to get on this flight, right? But the reality of it is that's just who we are, and I'm talking about historic. Like if you're talking about being enslaved, where we were and how we engage each other, there's a lot of elements there. But it can be a little difficult because women have expectations in 2021 that they're watching, and they're very material expectations. I agree with you, Claudia, but I'm simply saying that
not all of them are material.
And I'm not trying to generalize.
It's just
women.
Most of the time it's pointing to American women are more material.
And it's America as a society.
Not better.
Let's bring spirit. Let's bring spirit into this.
And I gave you the space to even edit the better part, right? So and I'm with you on that. But let's say this because you guys both tie in two really important pieces, right? You talk about women who are not African American women, and you talk about the experience and what is the influence here. You mentioned social media, but what you're really missing here is the piece that you talk about, the enslavement part. The culture and the trauma that African American men and women and children have faced in this country is like unlike any other group. And so when we talk about trauma, what we know is that Black people have a lot of unprocessed trauma. We have a lot of hurt. We have a lot of harm, not just back then, but right now on the daily, right? And so one of the things that we talk about as professionals within my profession is we talk about how trauma impacts people. And so we love to say, Resma Minikin, one of my favorite colleagues, he says that trauma decontextualized within a person looks like personality. And that trauma decontextualized within a family looks like family traits. And that trauma decontextualized within a people looks like culture, right? And so when you talk about how African American women present and what they need as it relates to security and finances and the finer things in life, and to look a certain way and to want a certain thing from their man and to have certain expectations, it's because of the trauma that we are still trying to survive. And when we talk about feeling beautiful and the BBLs and the Birkin bags and the wanting the nice things and wanting their men to come with a certain level of care and a certain level of treatment and expectation, we are trying to connect. We are trying to heal with you. We are trying to build with you. But there's so much hurt and trauma that we all have that we don't talk about, that we don't even understand within ourselves, so that we can't find who we're compatible with. Because who we're compatible with is traumatized versions of ourselves.
Everything she just said is a load of crap. Listen to me, brethren. In these United States, fresh out of slavery, the black man and woman were married at the highest rate ever. You hear me? Black women were catering to their men during slavery and post-slavery. Then over the last 70 years or so, the marriage rate started falling. Right around the time black women jumped onto the woman empowerment movement, led by a white woman. Them call that feminism, Malayans. Feminism. That was the beginning of the destroying of our family unit, our black family unit. Not no bumbleclot trauma. See? As this woman is trying to blame it on. During slavery, we had trauma like hell. Right outside of slavery, we had trauma like hell, and we were still together. See? Taking care of each other. Don't come tell me today we have more trauma than way back then. That makes no damn sense. The white woman wanted to get out of the house and away from her white man. She wanted to do what her man was doing, which is to go out and go work. Black women were always out of the house, brethren. See, post-slavery, black women had to work because we needed both incomes to survive. Two incomes. That's how it always was with the black family from the very beginning. The white woman, on the other hand, they had their men out there working and they could stay home. So when they decided they wanted to have equal rights as men, they convinced black women to join their bandwagon, even though they were not living the life of the white woman. Black women were basically chasing what the white lady had. They wanted it too, but it did not apply to them. And look where we are today. Our women no longer teach their daughters how to appreciate a man, how to cater to a man and his needs, and how to respect a man. Well, guess what? Those white ladies over there, they're teaching their child that. At a minimum, they're teaching their child not to disrespect their men. Nowadays, when you check these black women out in these streets, it seems as if they're only interested in a man only for financial purposes. No, not all, but a significant amount of them seem to be only in it for what he can give her, and she's offering him nothing in return. This has nothing to do with trauma, lady. So stop talking your BS. That degree you have didn't do a damn thing for you, but allow you to come in here talking this nonsense. My lions, let me know what you think in the comment section, because I can't deal with this nonsense anymore. Hold that. Me gone again.